Pre-game show here. Kyle Knock, head coach, Cedar Rapids Prairie. Coach, your squad, this is a tough schedule all year. What has it said about your group to be in this position tonight here? Uh, they seem ready. Are they?
They're ready. They're, with the schedule we have and the focus having to be on point all the time. There's no weeks off. There's no days off. I tell them we got to win each day, and we've grown up and we're veterans now. We went from being a really young team week one to now we're a veteran team 5 weeks into this thing, and it's a good problem to have because there's no lapses in focus or intention or any of that. So we're in a good spot right now.
You mentioned the number of sophomores that you have, and they're growing up. I think you said in the Polk game they literally grew up in front of your eyes. As a coach, that's got to be, that's what you're here about.
Yeah, I mean, it's our job to develop these kids and get the most out of them. And in that Southeast Polk game, we watched sophomores make a big play, and the light bulb kind of goes off, and you're just like, they get it now, and they know deep down I can play with these guys, and it's pretty cool experience as a coach. I've never experienced that moment with a big group of kids. I've done it here and there, but like to see them all kind of grow up right in front of you is pretty cool.
Defensively, you're a squad. Quentin Alexander is a guy that I've heard on tape is just a beast. What's it like having him on your side?
Well, he's the state 110 high hurdle champ, and I think he's got like the third fastest time in state history in that event. And he plays defensive end for us. He's a little undersized if you look at height and weight, but the kid is just a wrecking ball. He plays the whole game relentless, and he's flying around making plays, and that's the way he is at every moment in practice. I mean, there's no minutes off for him. He just goes and goes and goes, and he's a difference maker on our defense.
What else on your defense that you think causes teams to really scratch their head and dig in about what are we going to do against you?
I think, up front, we move on you. We're going to angle and we're going to hit gaps. And our speed, I think, gives some teams fits. On the back end, we're athletic. We can match up with anybody. And, there were moments in that Southeast Polk game where Sam Zelenovich, we made him look really, really, really good. And he's a really good football player. But there's other moments where you go, wait a minute, they got some athleticism back here. And we go make plays on the ball.
Offensively, you've got a guy that played a couple of games last year, and now Wyatt Eash is kind of. I think you said he put in a whole lot of time in the weight room. That sounds like good leadership to me, is it?
Yeah, he's our best leader. I mean, there's moments where I just tell Wyatt, go do this with him, go warm him up, go get him started, or when we come out after halftime, hey, take him through the warm up. And I don't think he missed a day in the off season. He got bigger, he got faster, he got stronger. He went out for track. That's one thing I forced the kids to do: go out for track. I want you to get faster. They didn't like it at first, but they realized it made a difference. And he's a kid that his confidence grew as his physical abilities grew. And he's our leader. He's a battle warrior. He'll go into battle and fight his tail off. And he's had some ups and downs, but I know what I'm going to get Friday night out of Wyatt Eash.
Sure love to have leadership there at that position. That's good to have that, not having to coach things up. I think you said this team has a little different. I mean, every team's different, but this one has a little makeup that's different. You got guys. It sounds like a lot of guys play in different positions, and it sounds like team first. Is that accurate?
I would say that's true. Yeah, we have younger guys, we have older guys, and I was worried about how that would mesh coming into this fall. And they care about each other. They want to do right for each other. They hold each other accountable. They're coaching each other. The seniors are coaching the sophomores. And so you see that bond. And, I spent some time with Matt Campbell talking about his young team from last year and how he handled that. And I'm really seeing it with our kids. And he taught me a phrase that they use called mutita, which means having real joy for other people's success. And we've shared that with our kids. And, it doesn't matter who's making the tackle or who's making the touchdown or who's making the big block. As long as they're wearing black and orange, that's all that matters to us.
You wouldn't be one of them former Cyclones that still has like a Cyclone tattoo or something like them Hawkeyes do. Have you done
No
that? No.
tattoos, no. My dad would have beat me up if I'd have got a tattoo back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. Real quick here on Ankeny tonight. What's caused you the most concern?
Well, obviously they have two talented running backs. If it becomes a ground and pound game, like they have two kids that can carry the ball. Um, they are good in the spread too. I mean, their offense is explosive. There's moments you watch on film and you're like, I don't know how we're going to stop this. But we saw a pretty explosive offense last week in Liberty. We held our own. And then defensively, it's just the movement and the different looks we're going to see. You know, teaching 16, 17, 18-year-old kids to block movement is hard and not to, so-called freak out or panic in those moments. And so the movement on their defense, the athleticism on their offense, like those things are concerns. But we've had a really good week. I'm really excited to see what our kids can do. And I tell them every Friday, I'm just here for the show. I'm here to come watch and let you perform, and we'll see how they do tonight.
We're looking forward to it. Kyle Knock, thank you so very much.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for doing this. This is awesome.
All right, our pregame show here on CISN continues after this.